What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here, and in this one we have the latest news on some transfer portal targets for Michigan, one in which Michigan has made the top 6 and another one who is set to take a visit to Michigan. Plus we got some NIL news as Michigan has named a new in-house executive GM for NIL. Plus Joel Klatt releases his post-spring top 25 rankings and where Michigan comes in. We also got some recruiting news on Kamar Archie, a 4-star linebacker, and also the new commit Avery Gach as he is trying to recruit others to come here to Michigan. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Right, so the first thing I wanted to talk about is right now the hot topic surrounding Michigan football, the transfer portal, as Michigan is looking to add the final pieces to the 2024 roster. First start with the Grand Valley State defensive tackle and defensive lineman transfer JVR Suggs, as Michigan has made the top 6 that he released of USC, Wisconsin, Arkansas, Florida State, Kentucky, and Michigan. Now Michigan's defensive line is already loaded. However, Michigan could definitely use an addition on the defensive line just as a rotational piece. He does still have 2 years of eligibility remaining, and I've said it before when I first mentioned him, I feel like he could definitely play like a role like Cam Good played, as he was just a rotational piece. He was a transfer from UCF, and Michigan, last year they really rotated a lot of guys on the defensive line, kept fresh players out there. Last 2 seasons with Grand Valley, he's logged 42 tackles, 14.5 tackles for loss, 8 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 9 passes defended. He's a 6'3", 282-pound defensive lineman, so would definitely love to see Michigan get him for depth on the defensive line. Also cool that he's from Grand Valley State, an in-state school, even though they are D2. Then the next news we got yesterday was the Michigan State safety Jaden Mangham, as he will be making a visit to Michigan sometime next week. As according to Matt Zenitz of 24/7 Sports, he's expected to visit Ohio State this weekend, Nebraska starting next Monday, and Michigan next weekend. Talked a lot about him before. He has 2 seasons of eligibility remaining, and last year he had 53 tackles, a tackle for loss, 4 interceptions, and 7 passes defended, and a fumble recovery. Was definitely Michigan State's one of their best defensive players, and with Rod Moore's injury for Michigan, this would be another major addition for the team. Michigan is also going after the Texas A&M safety Jacoby Matthews. If Michigan was able to get one of the 2, that would definitely be huge. And then the latest on the Texas cornerback Terrence Brooks is that he is Michigan's top overall target currently. Michigan definitely needs a cornerback. They do have sophomore Jair Hill, who does have starting potential and has been impressing lately, but injuries do happen. Michigan right now, the cornerback depth, I'm sure, is not where they would like it. So Michigan, they added Josh Wallace, who was a very good addition, and if Michigan were to get Terrence Brooks, that would be an outstanding addition to go right beside Will Johnson. But let me know what you guys think. One guy that is now out of the conversation is the Kent State defensive line transfer CJ West. He has committed to Indiana, but again, Michigan, they are going after JVR Suggs. So right now, that is the latest news on the transfer portal targets for Michigan. Next thing I do want to talk about is some NIL news for Michigan football, as Michigan Athletics has named a new in-house executive GM for NIL, and it is the NFL Players Association executive Therese Whitehead, who is an expert in brand building and athlete marketing, and she has been appointed as the first in-house executive GM in collaboration with LTS Sports Partners. She is an alma mater and brings extensive experience, and she will help Michigan's NIL program, and she will lead the department strategy to provide athletes with comprehensive support and resources to capitalize on their NIL opportunities. So this is some pretty big news here. Michigan continuing to gradually progress their NIL game. Sherrod Moore did say, when he first got announced as Michigan's head coach, that he wanted to improve the NIL, and that was one of his main focuses right away. That's exactly what he's been doing recently. Michigan also added a few months ago Senior Associate AD and General Manager Sean McGee. His current role right now is overseeing all aspects of the recruiting and player personnel departments, as well as coordinating the program's NIL initiatives. So some good news there for Michigan's NIL. Also give credit to Athletic Director Ward Manuel for the hiring of Therese Whitehead. And real quick here, before we talk about some recruiting news for Michigan, I want to talk about Fox analyst Joel Klatt as he released his post-spring top 25 rankings. They came in at number 8 behind number 1 Ohio State, number 2 Georgia, number 3 Texas, number 4 Oregon, number 5 Ole Miss, number 6 Utah, and number 7 Alabama. The rest of the top 10 was number 9 Penn State and number 10 Missouri. Michigan, by the way, plays 3 of those top 10 teams, including 3 of the top 4 teams out of Ohio State, Texas, and Oregon. I don't know what you guys think about these rankings. Michigan has a tough schedule coming up. Should be an exciting season, though, with a lot of big games and good games. It should be. But now I want to talk about some recruiting news and the latest on the 2025 4-star linebacker Kamar Archie, who was previously one of Michigan's top linebacker targets. However, with all the coaching changes, Michigan having to replace their linebacker coach, they have lost some steam in this recruitment. However, according to E.G. Holland of the Wolverine, both Brian Jean Mary and Grant Newsome visited Kamar Archie at his school last week. They were able to sit down with him and his parents, and Archie said that the meeting went really well. Now, one thing to know is that Kamar Archie's father actually grew up a Michigan fan. Michigan should be able to get an official visit from him. Right now, he also has official visits set for Clemson, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Texas A&M. Brian Jean Mary does have an existing relationship with him as he recruited him at Tennessee, but Michigan, again, they have lost some steam here, so they do have some catching up to do in this recruitment. But that's the latest on Kamar Archie. He is ranked 221st on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. And I also wanted to talk about the latest Michigan commitment, the 2025 4-star offensive lineman Avery Gach, the in-state recruit who chose Michigan over Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Michigan State. And now Avery Gach's next step is to recruit other players here to Michigan and in the 2025 class. I told Bryce Mayers of the Michigan Insider that I'm just trying to get the best offensive line recruits, and I want a great running back to run behind us. So I've been working on that. He said I have the quarterback and I love Carter. That is Carter Smith, Michigan's 4-star quarterback commit in the 2025 class right now, who some have actually compared him to a J.J. McCarthy type of quarterback. So Avery Gach, his next step is to recruit other players here to Michigan, trying to build up that 2025 class. Michigan did have a big offensive line class in the 2024 class, so I don't think they will be taking as many offensive linemen in this class, but certainly we will take, maybe 3 or 4 more. Now, another in-state offensive line recruit who does have a relationship with Avery Gach is the 2026 4-star offensive tackle Gregory Patrick from Portage, Michigan, ranked 155th nationally on 24/7 Sports composite rankings. And he told Bryce Mayers of the Michigan Insider that it was super cool to see Avery Gach committing to Michigan because we've developed a good relationship. And he does say that, yes, a ton. He does talk about Michigan to me. So Avery Gach not only recruiting the 2025 class, but has a chance to bring in, Gregory Patrick in the 2026 class. Michigan trying to build up their 2025 class right now. Off to a slow start, but there is still a ton of time left in the whole summer to get through. So with that, though, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly appreciate it. Other than that, we see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.